Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Ultra Simmo.
And this is DJ Anna.
And we just wanted to take a quick second to show you guys something really amazing.
Okay, so I don't even know where we're going to begin with this video because this is something that we've been working on for a long time, waiting on for a long time, two, and three is finally here.
Yes, and listen, people. This is not possible without all of you guys. Yes, you and you in the back there. Yes, all of you guys. So we wanted to share this with you all as soon as we got it. So
yes, and I just have to say thank you again to everybody because you guys don't even understand. When we started this YouTube journey, we had an aim and a goal, and we definitely wanted to cross this milestone. But I don't even think that we thought that it was gonna be possible this fast. So thank you guys for making that happen.
All right. So what we're really talking about, this is what we're talking about here. YouTube sent us a package here, guys, and our button is supposed to be in this, right?
Is that what they call it?
Is that what they call it?
Because it's a button. It just sounds weird. You know, it is like you're not accustomed to hearing Caribbean people saying it now. So, you know, you might hear somebody say, I got my YouTube button.
It's like a play button or a press button.
But it's like, it's a play button. We say button, right? Like button. So we get a little YouTube button. I know I could never go back.
Button.
It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
So we just got it. Unfortunately, when things come through customs in Trinidad and Tobago, they open your packages for you. So it's already opened.
So this is not an unboxing. This is a re-unboxing. Like that's a word, yeah. So this is gonna be the second time, I guess, is opened because customs opened it first. And I hope they did an unboxing video.
I think maybe they took pictures of it. But big up to everybody in customs.
Yeah, shout to you guys. Okay, so here we go. I actually think it's way heavier than I thought it was gonna be. So this car really go on your wall. I don't feel it's going on your wall.
Well, we'll see where we can put it. We'll see where we can put it. So
let's go. Let's
review this with you guys. Alright, so we got a letter here.
It says, some 100,000 subscribers. Just how far have you come? If each of your subscribers were a light year, they could take you from one side of the Milky Way to the other. They said that's far.
And it's why today we're so excited to celebrate your special YouTube journey with you. Not only have you brought a unique voice and style to the world, you've also created valuable connections and built a community along the way. That's
you
we
guys.
Want community.
They said in that spirit, YouTube is proud to present you with the Silver Creator Award, which celebrates your hard work and incredible achievement.
Congratulations on this amazing milestone, just one of many that we hope will follow in the future. After all, there are countless others out there who have yet to discover your passion and dedication. Whether they come to your channel to learn something new or just for a laugh, a whole new audience is waiting for you to inspire them, just as your growing community continues to inspire you.
They said we can't wait to see what you do next, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Yours sincerely,
Susan
Wojcicki. Is it Wojcicki?
Wojcicki,
CEO of YouTube.
So, hi Susan, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Susan,
so much for this letter.
So,
here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Can you even see it? Ow! What the hell? How did my finger get squeezed in this box? What the hell?
Okay,
Ow!
Alright, so here we go. I hope I don't drop it. Okay. Ooh, it's in plastic on there. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, it actually does have like tabs in the back for it to go on the wall, but it's heavy, right?
I can put on the box out there. Right.
Okay. The box had almost killed my finger.
That's like all shiny and reflecty there.
See on my head, this box drop.
Ow.
Ouch.
So guys, we now have a Silver Creator Award.
Yay.
It's presented to DJ Anna and Ultra Simmo for passing
100,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. It really means the world to us. And especially as Caribbean content creators, this is a big deal for us.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thanks for the support.
Thank you all so much. Big up to everybody who subscribed. Big up to everybody who just found out about us in the past day, week, month. months, year. We're so happy to have you guys on this journey with us.
Yes, and up next, 1 million subscribers, guys.
That's right. And the weird thing is, Anna, when we reach 1 million, we'll look back at this video.
And we'll be like, what? 100,000? You know, I'm just kidding. We're grateful for every step of the way, you know?
Yeah, it's so amazing. I remember at the beginning of 2021, I said, listen, Anna, let's go hard on YouTube and we're going to get there. We're gonna get there. All right, of course, we are just ourselves and we are nothing without you guys, and we're really thankful that you guys go along on this journey with us. We spread our Caribbean culture, our Trinidad and Tobago culture around the world, and we're so happy that you guys are happy with what we do.
Yes, so thanks once again to everybody for this. You know, it means the world to us, you know. Thanks.
Thank you guys. All right, from the stale jokes to the interviews to the Friday Night Live to the visual mixtapes, all the stuff that we do and all the stuff that we want to do even more. All right.
Thank you guys. So until next time.
Love y'all.
Let me not try to drop this, Simmo.
Please don't.
Yeah, let's not break it.
Please don't. Please don't.